Welcome back to Money Mentor Zone. In episode 1, we learned what same day loans are and how they work. In episode 2, we compared 10 actual lenders operating in the USA. In episode 3, we did a deep dive on the three main types: payday loans, installment loans, and line of credit. Today, in episode 4, we are talking about something the most lenders hope you never notice: the hidden costs. Origination fees, late fees, prepayment penalties, NSF, no sufficient fund charges, the fine print that can turn what looks like a good deal into a financial nightmare. And before we dive in, I want to give you some perspective on just how big this industry really is. According to recent data, around 12 million Americans use payday loans every single year. That's more than the entire population of New York City and Los Angeles combined. And globally, the payday loan market is estimated to reach 37.51 billion in 2025. To put that in
You pay interest on
perspective,
money you never
that's
held.
billions of dollars in fees paid by borrowers who often can't afford them. Here is another statistics that might surprise you. According to Bankrate's latest emergency saving report, nearly 60% of US adults, that's 6 out of 10 people, could not cover a $500 emergency expense without borrowing money or turning to credit. Think about that. More than half of Americans are one car repair or one medical bill away from needing a loan just to get by. This is not a small niche industry, it's massive, and the hidden fees we are about to discuss are a huge part of how it got that way. So let's start with the most common and most deceptive fee of them all. Fee number 1: origination fee. An origination fee is a charge the lender takes off the top of your loan before you even receive the money. Let me give you a real example. You apply for a 5,000 loan. The lender says approved and offers you a 36% APR, which is already high, but maybe you need the money. But when the funds arrive, you only get 4,600. Where's the other $400? That's the origination fee, usually 1% to 8% of the loan amount. And here's the trick. You are still paying interest on the full $5,000 even though you never actually got that money. So you are paying interest on money you never held. Some lenders call it as administration fee, some call it as a processing fee. Whatever name they use, it's money taken from your pocket before you even start. How to spot it? It's usually buried in the fine print under fees and charges. If you see loan amount listed separately from amount received, that's origination fee. What to ask? Will I receive the full loan amount or will fees be deducted upfront? If they hesitate to answer clearly, that's a red flag. Fee number 2: late fees. This one seems obviously right. You pay late, you get charged a fee. But here's what they don't tell you: late fees aren't just a one time thing, they can stack. Let's say your payment is due on the first, you are a few days late. Maybe you forgot, maybe your paycheck was delayed. You get hit with $25 late fee. You pay the original payment, but now you owe the late fee too. Next month, if you are still catching up, they might add another late fee. And some lenders have what's called a continuous late fee. They keep charging you every week until you are current. According to industry data, late fees can add up fast and they are one of the biggest drivers of repeat borrowing. Here is the really dangerous part. Some lenders structure their payment system so that your payment goes towards fees first, then interest, then principal. That means if you are short 1 month, your payment might cover the late fee but do not do almost nothing to reduce what you actually owe. How to spot it? Look for late fees or NSF fee in the terms, but more importantly, look for how they apply payments. If it's not clearly stated, ask. What to ask? If I make a partial payment, how is it applied? Does it go to fees first or to my loan balance? The answer will tell you everything. Fee number 3, prepayment penalties. This is one that makes the least sense until you realize how lenders make money. A prepayment penalty is a fee for paying off your loan early. Think about that. You do the responsible thing, you save extra money, you want to get out of the debt faster, and the lender charges you for it. Why? Because lender make money on interest over time. When you pay off early, they lose out on all that future interest they were counting on. So some of them built in a penalty to discourage you from doing exactly what you should do. These penalties can be significant, sometimes 5% of the remaining balance or more. On a 5,000 loan, that's $250 just for trying to be debt free.
Flexible payments.
No prepayment fees.
Whoa!
Awesome! Some states ban prepayment penalties, others allow them, and some vary by loan type. Online lenders may follow their state laws, not yours. Online lenders follow their state rules, not yours. Your protection depends on where you live. These are all the same trap. Different names, but the same penalty. Just check if it's allowed. Is there any fee if I pay off this loan completely before the term ends? How is it calculated?
I don't get it.
Exactly. That's why I'm walking away.
Wait, come back.
Remember episode 3? They're still at it.
Remember in episode 3 when we talked about lenders using confusing names, a loan that advertises flexible payment or no prepayment fees might still have a prepayment penalty buried in the fine print. Some states have outlawed prepayment penalties, but not all, and online lenders based in other states might still charge them depending on their licensing. How to spot it? Look for prepayment penalty, early payoff fee, or prepayment premium in the terms. Sometimes it's called a rebate recapture or interest recapture free. What to ask? Is there any fee if I pay off this loan completely before the term ends? How is it calculated?
APR?
If they
Amortization?
can't give you
Don't forget
a
the
straight
prepayment
answer,
penalty.
walk
This
away.
is still so confusing. Exactly. One failed payment equals 2 fees. The system rejects it, doubling your charges. One missed payment triggers multiple failed attempts, each one hitting you with double fees. Some lender attempt policies burying you in debt.
Fee number 4, NSF fees. NSF stands for non-sufficient fund. It's what happens when the lender tries to withdraw your payment automatically, but there's not enough money in your account. Here's the scenario. You authorized automatic withdrawals when you took out the loan. Payday comes and the lender tries to take their payment, but your account is low. Maybe you had other bills. Maybe your paycheck was smaller than expected. The withdrawal fails. The lender charges you an NSF fees, often $25 to $50, but it doesn't stop there. Some lenders will try again a few days later, and if it fails again, another fee. Meanwhile, your bank is probably also charging you an overdraft fee for the same failed transaction. So one missed payment could cost you $50 to $100 in fees across both sides. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, this is one of the most common complaints about payday and installment loans. Aggressive collection tactics and repeated withdrawal attempts that multiply fees. How to spot it? Look for NSF fees, returned payment fee, or failed payment fee in the terms. Also, look for how many times they will attempt withdrawal and how much notice they give before trying. What to ask? How many times will you attempt to withdraw payment if it fails? Is there a fee for each attempt? Can I cancel automatic withdrawal if I know I will be short? Some lenders allow you to call and delay a withdrawal before it happens. Others just try and charge you. Know which kind you are dealing with. Now that you know what to look for, let's talk about where lenders hide this cost, because they are not going to put them on the first page in big letters. The marketing materials, the website, the ads, the big bold numbers will always show you the best case scenario, low rates starting at fast approval, no credit check, but the actual costs, they are buried. Here are most common hiding spots. Number 1, the fees and charges section. Sounds obvious, but most people never scroll down to read it, and lenders know that. Number 2, the terms and conditions pop up. You know that box you click, I agree to, without reading. That's where origination fee hide. Number 3, the payment authorization page. This is where NSF fees and automatic withdrawals terms are often buried in the fine print right before you hit submit. Number 4, the APR disclosure in tiny font. Remember, APR includes some fees but not all. Origination fees are usually included in APR. Late fees and NSF fees are not included. So the APR you see doesn't tell the whole story. Number 5, the rollover or renewal terms. This is where they hide how much extra you will pay if you can't repay on time and need to extend the loan. Some payday lenders let you roll over the loan, but each rollover adds new fees. How to find them? Read every page, every pop-up, every checkbox agreement. If something seems too good to be true, search the document for the word fee. Better yet, search for origination, late, prepayment, and NSF. Those four words will find 90% of the hidden cost. Now, for the most important part of this episode, how to calculate the real price of borrowing, not the advertised rate, not the monthly payment, the cost, the total actual cost. Here is a simple formula. Total cost is equal to monthly payment multiplied by number of payments plus all fees minus loan amount. Let me walk you through an example. Say you are looking at $5,000 loan with a 36-month term and a $180 monthly payment. That seems reasonable, right? $180 times 36 months equal to 6,480 in total payment. Subtract your 5,000 loan amount and you are paying 1,480 in interest and fees. But wait, we haven't added the origination fee yet. If there is a 6% origination fee, that's another $400 taken off the top. So your total cost become $1,880. That's the real price of borrowing. That 5,000 is almost 1,900. Borrowing cost is 1,900. That's the real price of borrowing that $5,000, almost $1,900. Now let's add worst case scenario. What if you are late? Twice. Two late fees at $50 each and you are at 1,980. Suddenly that 5,000 loan is costing you nearly 40% extra. Here's the rule. Before you sign anything, do this math. Write it down. If the total cost surprises you, you haven't read enough. And if a lender won't give you the numbers to do this calculation, that's the biggest red flag of all. Let's look at some real examples from the lenders we covered in episode 2. Example 1. LightStream. They advertise low rates starting at 7.49% APR for excellent credit. And here's the thing. They actually don't charge origination fees, prepayment penalties, or late fees. That's why they are considered a top tier lender. But you need excellent credit. Example 2. OneMain Financial. They offer same-day funding at branches, which is great for access. But their rates start at 18% and go up to 36%. And they do charge origination fee, typically 1 to 10% depending on your state. So that 5,000 loan might come with a $250 to $500 fee right off the top. Example 3. Earnin. This is a different category entirely. They are a cash advance app, not a loan. No APR, no mandatory fees. But, and this is important, they do have an optional tip feature and instant transfers. come with a small fee. The difference is it's transparent. You know exactly what you are paying before you click. The point is, read the terms. LightStream is cheap if you have great credit. OneMain is accessible if you have fair credit, but you pay for that excess. Earning is transparent but limited to small amount. Know what you are signing up. Let's end with a quick summary of red flags we have covered today. Red flag 1, origination fees taken off the top. If you are not receiving the full loan amount, you are paying for money you never held. Red flag 2, late fees that stack with multiple attempts. One missed payment shouldn't turn into 4 fees. Red flag 3, prepayment penalties for paying early. If they punish you for being responsible, they are not on your side. Red flag 4, NSF fees that hit you from both lender and bank. One failed payment shouldn't cost you $100. And the biggest red flag of all, fees buried in fine print that you can't find without a magnifying glass. If a lender won't be transparent about their fees, they are not the lender for you. Here's a simple rule. If you can't find the fees clearly listed on their website or in the first few pages of the agreement, don't sign. There are plenty of lenders who are transparent, go with them. Here's what today's episode is not saying. We are not saying all lenders are bad. We are not saying you should never borrow money. What we are saying is know what you are paying. Before you sign, before you click I agree, before you accept that transfer, do the math. Find the fees. Read the fine print.
Lenders are bad? No. Never borrow? No. Know what you're paying. Same-day loans can be tempting, but who should use them and who should stay far away? Subscribe so you don't miss episode 5. Have you been hit by hidden fees? Share your story. Thanks for watching. See you in episode 5. Have you been hit by hidden fees? Share your stories. Subscribe for episode 5. Comment below. I read everyone.
In episode 5, we are answering a question that I get asked all the time. who should actually use same day loans, and who should stay far away. We will walk through real scenarios. We will talk about credit scores, income situation, and emergency needs. And we will help you figure out whether a same day loan makes sense for your situation. That's coming up next week. Subscribe so you don't miss it and comment below. Have you ever been hit by a hidden fee you didn't expect? What happened? Share your story so others can learn. I read every comment. Thanks for watching. See you in episode 5.